Hi, Journey Kids team. My name is Nahana Stogner. I'm the Journey Kids director here at the Journey Metro East. Today, we're going to dive into the general safety guidelines within our new Journey Kids Global Safety Policy and Procedures, and that can be found in the green section of this handbook. So let's go ahead and dive into it. First of all, one of the values of Journey Kids, as Carrie mentioned, our mission, but one of the values that we have there is safety. So again, within that paragraph, it says that all children have dignity and value. So we prioritize creating an environment where they are safe, loved, and cared for. This includes the physical environment, screening the team members, and policies that protect the children in our care. Our highest priority is the safety of our children that we're serving, but we are also concerned about the adults and teens who minister to the kids at the Journey as well. We do recognize that there is a risk that maybe someone will come with impure motives, so we are trying to make it nearly impossible, but at least very difficult, by putting these guidelines and procedures and policies into place. Do note that these policies and guidelines we take very seriously, and if there's a failure to abide by the rules that we've implemented, it might result in the dismissal of your role on the Journey Kids team. So just kind of going over points, most of you who've been serving for a while should already be aware of most of this, but again, just as a reminder, and especially those that are joining our team, welcome. We just again want to remind you about the general safety guidelines. So before a team member even gets put into a room or wherever they might be serving within the Journey Kids team, they have to complete a screening process. So any person age 18 and older must submit and pass a national criminal background check. That is reviewed and an interview process will occur before that new team member will begin serving wherever they're placed within Journey Kids. That background check will be rerun every 2 years. So usually about every 2 years you should have that background check. In the case of someone who does not have a record in our country, in the United States, for example, a student who might be studying in St. Louis, who feels called to serve, what we'll do is go ahead and ask them to submit character references that we'll review as well as part of that interview process. Now, as far as the rooms go, we do ask that before allowing any child to enter the room, that there be 2 team members in that room. So there should be at least 2 people on the schedule to serve that day, and both of them must be in the room before you start checking in the children, and they must be in that room at all times, at least 2 team members in a room at all times. If you need supplies, assistance of any kind, you should have a walkie-talkie in your room, so make sure that's functioning before you start serving. And that walkie, you can contact your service coordinator to let them know of any assistance that you may need. Just don't leave one team member in the room by themselves. If you need to help a kiddo, or if you need to go to the bathroom, again, contact that service coordinator. Definitely let the service coordinator know if your team member doesn't show up or is not there in time to welcome those kiddos into the room. The service coordinator will also figure out a way to start accepting kids, but again, 2 people must be in the room at all times. So when the gates open for kiddos to come in, there are check-in procedures. So every child in Journey Kids must wear a name tag. This is a security tag. It should have their name, a corresponding security number, letter combination. Below will be any notations of allergies, or maybe the kiddo is potty training, and then you can always print out an extra one, or have a parent print out an extra one to put on their diaper bag or water bottle or something like that. But basically the parent will go ahead and print that out at the check-in station or the welcome desk. The name tag will include a matching parent pickup tag. That number should match the name tag. But double check whenever you're greeting a child and their parents or their caretaker, whenever you're checking them in, make sure that it's either in the front or the back of that child. Also encourage parents to take their potty training child, or if they're recently potty trained, to the restroom before coming into the room. That kind of sets the tone for the day. And then when you're checking in that tag, make sure that the location matches. So a 5-year-old is not in a 2-year-old room, for example, or anything like that. Let's see here. And then also go ahead and use that name tag as a reference on the check-in sheet to put the child's name, their corresponding security tag number, and any notes that you need to make. The child has X allergy or needs to take a bottle at this time. Any information that you need to make for yourself in the check-in sheet. Now, as far as checking out, when parents come to pick up their child, it is important for you to go ahead and check the parent pickup tag before releasing the child, or passing the infant over the gate or anything like that. Make sure that the code matches the name that is on the child's name tag that the child is wearing that day. If for some reason a parent loses that the pickup sticker or misplaces it or anything like that, please refer them to the welcome desk or service coordinator. They will check a photo ID and complete an alternate checkout process. So even if you know that child's parent, even if they're your best friend, even if that is your sibling or family member, you cannot release that child to them without that pickup tag. You are setting kind of the standard for new guests, somebody who's never been to the Journey before, that this is their first time, or maybe parents that aren't really familiar with you. If you're setting the example that we do take safety seriously, even if you do know that person that's picking up the child, that you're even checking that person's parent pickup sticker. Now, as far as room ratio guidelines, in order to basically keep children safe and try to relieve as much stress from the team members as possible, we have set the ratios in our rooms that's a little bit below the state ratio levels to best care for the children and team members. So reference either your check-in sheet. It should state the ratio between a teacher to the child ratio, but also refer to the handbook for your specific campus, what those ratios and room names are. If there's anything in question, definitely reach out to your Journey Kids director or the service coordinator for that day, and they'll be able to assist you with that. Now, as far as coordinating the ratios, the service coordinator, the Journey Kids team leaders or directors will work very closely to manage the full enclosed rooms. We do desire to be flexible and accommodate as many children as possible, but we also want, again, to provide that safe and welcoming and fun environment for the kids and the team members. We do our best to avoid turning away any brand new family to the Journey if the room ratios have been met. Again, notify the service coordinator if rooms are getting full or close to capacity, and they will make the appropriate accommodations. Lastly, I just want to talk to you about the restroom and diaper changing policies. Again, important things to consider when a child needs a diaper change or needs to use the facility. So as far as those children in the elementary age group, so basically kindergarten through 5th graders, most of them, if not all of them, should be potty trained, should be able to use the facilities on their own. So at no time should a team member be entering that restroom stall with that child. If for some reason that child needs assistance or maybe has an accident, page the parents. So contact your service coordinator via walkie so that they can page the parent and have them assist that child. Now, children that are a little bit younger, preschool age, they're just learning to potty train, things like that. Again, just a reminder, encourage that parent to take the child before entering the room for the day, take them to the restroom. If for some reason that child does have an accident at any point in time during service, again, notify the service coordinator and they will page the parent to assist that child. But if a child needs any assistance in the stall, they didn't have an accident, then only a female adult Journey Kids team member can help. So if a child maybe just needs help on the toilet, or pulling up or down of pants or anything like that, something simple, only an adult female Journey Kids team member can do that. Otherwise, no team member should be entering the stall with the child. Another team member must be able to visually observe that the adult female team member and the child. So there should be 2 people going to the restroom with the kid. You can also contact the service coordinator, welcome desk helper. They can be extra eyes, or find somebody else that can assist as well. Again, I want to stress, under no circumstances should a male Journey Kids team member nor a youth helper or anyone helping under the age of 18, they should not be in the restroom, in the stall, or assisting any of the children in the facility. And basically never be alone with a child in the stall of a restroom with the door closed. So if you need extra help, let the service coordinator know and they will assist or get somebody to assist you. Finally, as far as the diaper changing policy, again, there should be 2 adults in the room at all times, and there should always be 2 adults in the room whenever that diaper is being changed. Only an adult Journey Kids female team member, so adult female Journey Kids team member, can change the diaper. No male and no teen helper can change that child's diaper. If for some reason you need extra assistance or you need an extra adult in the room, again, contact that service coordinator who will assist or find somebody to assist in changing the diaper. There should be a procedure outline next to around the changing table, so please follow those. Big thing is though, make sure that you're putting on those gloves and using a new pair of gloves with each child that you're changing the diaper for. So if you have 5 kiddos that need to change diapers, you should be putting on a set of gloves for 1, taking those off before you change the next kiddo's diaper. If for some reason there might be a need for diaper rash cream, you are not permitted to put that on your own discretion. You can only apply the diaper rash cream if permitted and provided by that child's parent. So really the only thing that you'll need, new pair of gloves, the diaper, to change the child's diaper. If for some reason there's anything in question, please contact the service coordinator to reach out to the parent, to page the parent. That is it as far as the general safety guidelines go. So definitely read through that section on your own. If there's any questions, concerns that you may have, definitely reach out to the Journey Kids directors and let us know so that we can understand what's in question and help you through that. I appreciate your time today. Have a good day.